We are here with our head baseball coach here at UVA Wise, Brandon Costa, getting ready for the 2024 season. Should be a very exciting one here at UVA Wise. Obviously, the big news this year for both baseball and softball has been the turf renovations on both of the fields for you over at Stallard Field. Very exciting stuff. My office is right next to the baseball field, so I've been watching this field develop all season long. It looks beautiful out there. Very exciting to go out there and watch you guys play. And I'm sure you guys are excited to get out there and play on the brand new turf.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I think it's not only exciting for the baseball program, but also for the college. It being at the front of campus right there really brings the whole campus together because most of the stuff on the other side of campus has been renovated, and now you have a brand new turf baseball field at the front there. So it really adds that wow factor and that pop to campus. So yeah, I mean, obviously on the baseball side, we're opening up at home. This year, the season opener is on the SLU. So I believe that's the first time ever in program history that a season opener is going to be played on UVA Wise's campus. So we're fired up for it. Our players are very excited. And, we just can't wait to get going on it.
You guys are taking on Shepherd for 4 games in the opening, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, starting Saturday at 1 o'clock. What advantages does this new field pose beyond just having a new toy with cool turf and whatnot? Like there's a reasoning behind this renovation, and there's a lot of positives to it for you guys.
Yeah, for sure. I think the number one thing is just a consistent playing surface. Before when we had the natural surface, we did everything we could as a baseball staff, as a coaching staff, to make that thing as playable and consistent as possible. Now, the turf is going to play consistently on the defensive side, and everything like that. Honestly, not having to travel, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours your opening weekend. We can practice today and tomorrow. Feel good going into the weekend, sleep in our own beds for the season opener and start a new year. So, and obviously having the community here, the college, the campus community, and then also the community of Wise, Virginia. I think and the surrounding communities around us. I think it's going to be a really good thing that just talking to people out in the public and going food shopping or going to the barber shop, that everybody in town is excited for the baseball program and the college to have this finally. And I think just having that buzz around it gives us a little bit extra energy and kind of gives us a little bit of a spark. And then having our home crowd there, to open up the season is going to be great. And it's going to be awesome to have that support from the community not only on campus, but also, in the community of Wise itself. So we're really excited. I know our guys are fired up. So we can't wait for Saturday to get here.
Is a part of you, I mean, baseball's a romantic and an old time sport. Is a part of you going to miss guys sliding head first into second base and standing up, getting all dirty? Because those that don't, it's entirely turf,
Yeah.
no dirt, anywhere on the infield. We're not going to have the dirty jerseys anymore. We should save on laundry at least.
Well, yeah, I think, you talk about that and it's funny, with the turf now it's going to be, from the tires. So the jerseys and the pants are going to be a little bit, have a little bit of gray or black on there from sliding. And we have some stuff that we've researched to try to keep those uniforms clean. But yes, you're definitely going to save on some uniforms for sure. But the two things I'm going to miss is dragging and watering the field, because those were kind of some, I think, like Zen moments for me before or after practice and everything like that. But being able to just show up and put the screens out there, set up the practice plan like you want to set it up, and being able to just go out there and get after it, from a practice standpoint, from a BP standpoint, from a game standpoint. There's no more lining the field, there's no more pre-game drag or anything like that. You can just show up and set everything up and get after it. So I would say those two things I'm going to miss, but for the most part, I think all of us are going to love this new turf field for sure.
So some of the headlines this season, as far as on the field play goes, you guys returned 300 hitters from last year, as far as the guys that meet the minimum qualifiers. The big one, obviously, Cole Harness, 66 RBIs last year, one of the best in the country, not just in the South Atlantic Conference. He had 13 home runs. That's third most in a single season in UVA Wise history. He's now second all time in home runs, just 13 shy of the record, 13 to tie, 14 to break. Obviously, looking for a big year from him over at first base.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch him in his senior season. Cole not only is a special hitter, special player, but he's also a great person. And the work that he has put in over the years to become the hitter and the defender that he's become over there at first base, it's a lot of fun to watch. And the year he had last year was great. If you talk to him, he would point out things that he's not happy with, and that's what makes him him. He's always looking to improve. He's always looking to get better. And Coach Bill, our recruiting coordinator and hitting coach, has done a great job with him, working with him and just kind of fine tuning some things. And for him, it's going to be for him this year. It's just going to be go up to the plate, have fun, see something you can get a barrel to, and try to get a barrel to it. And I'm really excited to watch him this year. And like you said, those other two guys that were 300 or above with the minimum qualifier right there. I think that just speaks to the type of players that we've recruited, and then also what Coach Bill has done with our hitters. Right, they're already good hitters, and then talking about approach, talking about different things, and ironing some things out with these guys. They're skilled hitters, and they get after it in the cage and everything like that. But I think what Coach Bill has done with these guys and the amount of time that he has spent with these guys in smaller groups and everything has been great to watch. And our guys are reaping the benefits of that.
Cole is a last season all conference second team selection, preseason all conference second team this year. Obviously, like we said, you bring back DJ Dixon and Jake Taylor as well,
Okay.
one of those 300 hitters. You've got 31 underclassmen on this roster. What's the advantage of having those older guys to kind of nurture those guys and teach them how to go through a season and get through the year like that?
I think it's huge. And this is the first time, I would say, in about 4 or 5 years that we've had those older players on the team that have taken that leadership role. I think the biggest impact it has on the younger guys is how you go about your business, right, on a daily basis, right? Because in the fall, the fall is somewhat long and it's every day and it can get monotonous. And then obviously when you come back in the winter, and we had about a foot of snow on the ground for a week or two. I think when you look at that, it's more so the older guys just keeping these guys in check, just saying, hey, we're going to keep coming out here during practice or group work or whatever, and we're going to keep getting better. We're not going to make anything bigger than what it is or smaller than what it is. We're just going to stay on that streamline, keep an even keel, and continue to get better and improve and not look too far ahead, right? Take it day by day. And that's exactly that's what happened this fall. We had a great fall, and a huge shout out to Central High School this fall for allowing us to use their facility to be able to practice this fall while ours was under construction. And then coming back this winter, the weather wasn't cooperative and we were inside, we were on the football field and different things while they were finishing up the turf. And our older guys did a great job of just keeping everything in check, bringing energy to practice or whatever we were doing that day. And it's been a lot of fun to watch. It's been a lot of fun to be a part of. And as a coach, makes my life easier because I know when they show up, I'm not going to have to be a motivator, right? They know what we have to do. They know how to do it. And the older guys and the upperclassmen have really taken that role, and I'm proud of them for it. They've been in the program for 4 or 5 years, some of them a little bit longer, as we're going to talk about later. But they've really done a great job on that mindset side of making sure these guys are ready to go.
And that's a perfect segue into guys that have been here a little bit longer and guys that are on the mound. Garrett Stiltner back this year, pitching 100% as far as getting ready for this season. You've got 33 pitchers on this roster, and I don't think there's any coach in the entire world of baseball that's going to say they have too many pitchers. Everybody knows you certainly need plenty. Stiltner missed last year, though, and it gave you an opportunity to throw some younger guys out there and get some experience, get a couple innings, kind of get their sea legs under them. That should be a good thing for you guys moving into the second year for a lot of those guys.
Yeah, 100%. I think that was a blessing in disguise last year for a lot of our younger arms. Like you said, they went out there and they cut their teeth. And really, as you know, at being at different levels of baseball, the speed of the game, and especially for pitchers that are younger facing college hitters, and knowing that, all right, I have to fine tune a couple things, or I need to develop another pitch, or I need to make a couple pitches maybe better and enhance those pitches. So for those guys, you had Bo Trantham, you had Hamilton, and a few other guys in there that cut their teeth early last year. Now they know what to expect, right? They know what it's going to be like showing up to the ballpark, the pregame routine, what to expect in terms of, whether it's a relief appearance or a start, what to expect and how to kind of plan accordingly individually for them, going through their routine and figuring out their routine and understanding your routine isn't always going to be exactly how you want it to be, because we might need you to get hot relatively quickly. That is not going to be a surprise for those guys anymore, those younger pitchers. So they know a little bit more what to expect. Mentally, I think it calms them down a little bit more. And some of that anxiety and those nerves are a little bit more in check. Like, they're always going to be there because they care about the game. They love the game. They want to win and everything like that. But now they have a little bit more of an understanding of what to expect. And I think that's the biggest thing when you go from, your freshman year and then you go into your sophomore year and you cut your teeth early. You kind of know what it's like on a weekend, on a midweek, whatever it is, kind of preparing for those games.
So of those newcomers, and you could take your pick on the mound, at the plate, in the field, defensively, whatever it is, who do you expect to kind of maybe be somebody that catches people's eyes and make an impact this year?
Yeah, I think, on the mound, we have a few guys. I think Ryan Sellers is going to be one of them. Dylan Varitek on the mound as well. And there's a couple in there that I'm probably not going to mention because I could go on for a little bit longer, but those are the first two that kind of jump out. I think those guys are going to be pretty effective for us. Obviously, they're going to be starting in a bullpen role and a relief role for us. But I think those guys are going to do a pretty good job for us just from what they've shown in the fall and with our live AB so far this winter. I think it's going to be pretty good. And then, on the offensive side, on the position player side, Morgan Miller, who was a freshman last year, played a little bit at short, played a little bit at third last year. I think, I expect him to get a little bit more time this year, a little bit more consistent time. I think he's going to do a great job, great defender, understands the swing, pretty athletic kid, and has a good head for the game, has a good mind for the game, understands the game. So I'm excited to see those guys. And there's a handful of other younger guys I'm excited to see. But like I said, I know you have stuff going on later today, so I don't want to keep you too long. But I'm excited to see the older guys bring these younger guys along. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for all that. But those are a few names that I'm looking forward to watching this year.
I think anybody who's a fan of baseball or has been around baseball know anybody else who is in baseball can talk baseball for hours on end.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yes.
certainly understandable
A
there.
lot of the day
Yeah,
sometimes for sure.
absolutely. So some milestone dates coming up this season for the fans at home. Obviously, the first game here at Stallard Field opening the season, Saturday, February 3rd. That's coming up in a couple days at 1 p.m. against Shepherd. First conference game on the road this season, not too far from here, Mars Hill in North Carolina. That's February 23rd. The first conference home game a little bit later in the year, March 8th. You guys have Carson Newman right here in Wise. Have to be very excited about that first conference opener. That's going to be a big one.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Talking about Marcel, opening up there. That's always been a team that can swing it. They've always had some good arms as well, but they've always been known for swinging it pretty well. And Coach Honeycutt, I believe this is his second year there as the head coach. I know he's done a great job there with that program. And then, yeah, Carson Newman, always fun playing Carson Newman. They keep you on your toes. They look for outs when you're not expecting it. They look to take advantage of defensive mistakes, and they look for runs and everything like that. And Tom Griffin, who's the head coach there, he's somebody that I look up to and I've built a good relationship, man. Nothing but respect for that program and what Coach Griff has done over his however many years in college coaching. So I always look forward to playing Carson Newman because they're going to expose you if you're not prepared. And I like that challenge. And Coach Griff's always had a program that's respected the game, and I really appreciate that. And so I'm looking forward to those 2 dates. Obviously, conference opener is always exciting, and then your home opener in conference is always a good one. And we're going to have a good opponent in Carson Newman once they come into town.
Well, as we discussed, a lot of exciting things going on around this program. I know people are itching to get baseball season back now that football's almost pretty much over. There's one big game left, obviously, that everybody
Right,
knows.
right.
But after that, it's baseball, baseball, baseball. And I know you're ready for that, and we're excited too. So best of luck
Yep.
to you this season, and thanks for taking the time.
Yep. Brandon, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.